Big news out there. Israel attacked Iran. Now, I know probably most of you already know this, but this is really, really interesting because we're going to see it in a way of national security and social sciences. Number one, allies matter. It's obvious Iran has had a significant allied problem. Obviously, the Gulf states aren't hip on Iran. Sorry, Iran has an allied problem. Obviously, Barack Barack Hussein Obama, no. Bashar al-Assad was overthrown in Syria. So what happens? They no longer have Syria. What happened to Hezbollah? Seriously weakened, Hamas weakened, etc. So now Iran doesn't have many allies in the region. Very important to understand. So Israel saw an opportunity where Iran is, based on its alliance system, at its weakest. Was it a good attack? That's for you people to decide, not for me to give my opinions on this. However, another point, the usage of drones in national security, smuggled drones into Iran, had them attack key areas of Iran. Also, Natanz hit nuclear facilities with precision. Moreover, killed 4 high-star generals, probably more than that. Who knows what's coming out of Iran right now? So was this an astute move? It also shows the importance of balance of power. Iran is not a nuclear power as we know at this moment. Israel took advantage of that. This shows to the world that, and I hate to say it, maybe people do need, from their own personal perspective, nuclear weapons. This is what Putin is saying. Don't forget, we're a nuclear power. Why is Putin always saying that? So people won't attack him. North Korea, the same thing. We want powers to denuclearize, but at the same time, what we're seeing here is maybe if you have nukes, unlike Libya, where Gaddafi gave up his program, then he was overthrown, countries will invade you. If you don't have nukes, countries will be less inclined to invade you if you do have nukes. Is this classic balance of power? Will we even have more peace, as Mearsheimer would stress, if countries had nuclear weapons? Or are we going into nuclear annihilation? Look at Pakistan and India are still fighting, even though they have nuclear weapons. So this attack, without getting into what you think of it, is very, very important for national security and the social sciences. Number one, alliances. If your alliances start to get weak, very, very frightening. And I think this emboldened Russia when kind of Trump threw Zelensky, however you want to interpret it, under the bus during that press conference. You know, a key alliance was wavering, was gone. This is what's happening in Iran. And then you have the importance still of intelligence, you know, being able to get key things, whatever those things are, into Iran, and then using drones. And you also see, right, the Iron Dome working here, where a lot of missiles Iran has sent in retaliation to Israel have been shot down, but things have gotten hit. So the question becomes, where is this going to go? Is it going to drag us into a war? Are we going into a war in the Middle East? Well, you know, hopefully calm heads and minds will prevail. Just like after the 9/11 hit in the United States, there were no wars after that. Oh yeah, there were two, the Iraq, Afghanistan, then we invaded Haiti, etc. So maybe, you know, calm minds and cool heads don't really prevail in these types of situations, so we have to prepare ourselves. But there's also one other point I want to leave you thinking about with this attack. Is Israel betting that the regime will fall, that it will show the people that the regime is not protecting them like they're supposed to, which is interesting, and that the regime is weakened? And this is the best time for a revolution, as you've seen revolutionary movements in Iran against the Islamic regime recently. Or in Iran, will this create a rally around the flag effect, just like it did in World War One initially when people were against the Tsar, but they still threw their lot in with the Tsar, that is of Russia, because of World War One? Or will it peter out just like World War One and the Tsar, and then Zerinsky, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and then we got the communists, where I am right now in a Soviet sub in Colombia. They sell beer and other things. It's pretty cool. Take care, everyone. And I really, really want to hear what you think about what's going on. Are we getting dragged in? Where will the United States stand on this? We'll have to see.